Fuck. Damn, bro, dude beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Dang.
It goes back 1st and 10 to a Tagovailoa. Armstead the block, and he's going deep. He's caught Hill. Foot race, driving. That is 6.
I came in with a new 40 Glock. Fuck on your bitch, make that whole one.
No brand fires, but baby, just tell me what you heard. If you went away at a paper, you get kicked to the curb. We start skating shit just like the NHL. Baby asked for a wish, I'm like a wishing well.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to FEE DOE TV, man. Now listen, if you have opinions about the 2 previous clips that were put at the beginning of this video, unfortunately, I am a journalist. And with journalism, it's just good to be transparent, bro. These are things that happened last season, bro. So all you Miami Dolphins fans, do not come in my comment section because it's nothing personal, bro. I'm just laying the foundation for my prediction for their 2025-2026 NFL season. The team we'll be focusing on today is the Miami Dolphins, led by quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Yes, Tua Hospital Ball. They obviously fell short, ending 8-9 overall. It was still second in their division, so I wouldn't say it was a failed season. But we got a lot of Skylar Thompson gameplay last year. Tyreek Hill was going through this and that. They lost their best cornerback, best defensive player. They also lost Javon Holland. I'm like, man. So I took a look at the schedule. I'm like, it's going to be tricky. I'm not saying this is a rebuild year for Miami. But again, we will look at the schedule. We'll look at some of their departures and additions. And you feel me? We'll come to a consensus on what their record will be for this upcoming season. So again, Miami did finish the season last year 8-9. They are led by head coach Mike McDaniel. Last season was the first year that they did miss the playoffs while being coached by Coach McDaniel. So I feel like he's going to have a lot to prove with this football team in this upcoming season. Statistically, though, Miami's offense averaged about 20 points a game last year. That's more than bottom half of the league. I think like 20 to 23rd ranking out of all 32 NFL teams. So they left a lot to be desired offensively last year, but again, they missed their starting quarterback for multiple games. As far as their defense goes, they were a top 10, top 12 defense overall in the league in terms of points. They did give up the second most yards per game, which is and again, they lost some key pieces. So I think this is the perfect time to address some of those key pieces and see how those holes can be filled for this upcoming season. So again, I talked about them losing Ramsey and Javon Holland, arguably their 2 best defenders. They also lost Jonnu Smith. They traded him away in the package with Jalen Ramsey to the Steelers. But they did replace him with Darren Waller, who I thought retired from the league, but he came back. I thought he was a rapper. He still wants to play football. Who knows how it will pan out. But I'm still excited to see how he plays with Tua. Like, I'm sure Tua will be like looking for Darren Waller early and often. They also lost Raheem Mostert. They do have A-Chain. So I feel like they're not really losing too much there in Mostert. They were sharing the backfield last year. So I don't know. That's not too bad of a loss. They did lose Terron Armstead. They also lost Kendall Fuller. And Jordan Poyer, who I believe retired. So it's kind of like that secondary will leave a lot to be desired this NFL season. So it'll be interesting. Some of their additions, though, like I said, they did trade away their best defender, but they did exchange that with Minkah Fitzpatrick, who was already a Dolphin in his past. So I feel like he'll fit right in. I still think Minkah is a top 5, top 7 safety in the entire NFL. He's great at, playing the field well, seeing the quarterback's decisions, and I feel like Minkah can play his role very well, bro. I feel like he can end up with about 4 to 7 or 8 interceptions this season. So we shall see. They also added Nick Westbrook-Akine from the Titans. He had a really big breakout year last year, even though he was playing with Will Levis. So I guess that's a good addition. They still have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. So it's like their wide receiver room is still a top 10 wide receiver room. Tyreek Hill is probably the most explosive receiver in the NFL. He can take a 5-yard pass and turn it to an 80-yard touchdown whenever he wants. So I still feel like this offense has extremely great potential, bro. They're definitely going to be pass heavy. There's always a lot of motion in this offense. So I'm definitely excited to see how it goes. Talking about some of the spots that need to be filled, I'm looking at their depth chart at the moment. Their starting cornerback is Storm Duck. That's tough. That's very tough. I mean, they still have Bradley Chubb. I don't know if he's back from injury yet. Jalen Phillips is still over there, but he got injured last year as well. So we'll see, bro. This defense leaves a lot to be desired. I'm going to be honest. They were a top 10 defense last year. I do not see them being a top 10 defense this year. I'm going to just be honest. So without further ado, let's take a look at their schedule. Let's see what the script writers for the NFL have for us this season. So yeah, they start week 1. They go into Indianapolis. I feel like Indy and Miami always have strange games, bro. It's always some weird shit happening. You turn on Red Zone, it's like 30-33, and fucking Anthony Richardson's walking them down or something. I don't know, bro. But I think Anthony Richardson will be the starting quarterback for the Colts this year. They also have Danny Dimes. I don't know. If Danny Dimes beats out Anthony Richardson, it still will not change my prediction. Miami should definitely win this game and start the season off with a bang. Week 2, they're at home versus the New England Patriots. The Patriots, again, I talked in my last video, like I want the Patriots to have a good season. They added some key pieces. They got that rookie Williams from Washington State. I heard he has great potential alongside Stephon Diggs. The Patriots defense typically plays well. They always have a good pass rush. But I still think Miami is going to win this game. So give me Miami against the New England Patriots. Week 3 against Buffalo. I did do Buffalo in my last video. If you didn't see that, go check that out. This is a Thursday night game. And again, they're playing number 17. They have to go into Buffalo. They are losing this game, absolutely. Yeah. They're definitely going to lose this one. So they'll be 2-1 going into week 4. Week 4, they'll have a 11-day rest because they're playing on a Monday night. So that's 11 days off after they get their ass spanked by Josh Allen. They're at home versus the New York Jets. Justin Fields is the Jets quarterback. This is a divisional game, semi-rivalry. Feel me? On Monday night, prime time. Give me Tua beating the New York Jets, bro. So they start the season 3-1. That's a solid start, man. That's a solid start for the Dolphins. Going into week 5, they have to go into Carolina. In my last video, I talked about the potential of Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. So give me Carolina. Just because they have to go into Carolina, so I mean, they only have 5 days, 6 days of rest coming off that Monday night game. They're probably not going to beat my boy Bryce Young. So give me Carolina in that game. So going into week 6, they will be 3-2. And then in week 6, they are at home versus the LA Chargers. Now listen, I am a big Justin Herbert fan. I think Justin Herbert has one of the highest upsides and potentials among the younger quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm not really sure about the Chargers defense, but I do know Justin Herbert is a gamer. He is indeed a gamer. Even though Miami will be at home for this game, Tyreek Hill is probably going to go for 100+ yards, but they still are going to lose. So give me the Chargers in that one. So going into week 7, the Dolphins will be 3-3. And again, somebody questioned, why should we listen to you, Fido? Listen, I played 1 season of Pop Warner football. I played safety and I got ran over, right? I'm looking at the sky, I'm like, you know what? This probably is not for me. So I switched to basketball. But I never lost the love for the game. You ever so passionate about some shit that it just comes to you naturally? Exactly, bro. Yes, I got ran over. Yes, I stopped playing football after that. but I never missed a game, twin. I know what's going on around the league. I've been watching football since I was like 3 or 4 years old. So if you question why you should listen to young baby Nostradamus, there is your answer. So 3-3 going into week 7. They will be at Cleveland. Cleveland is ass. It'll be week 7. We'll probably see Shador by then. I don't think Tua is losing to a rookie quarterback. Give me Miami. So they will be 4-3 going into week 8. So the following week they will be at Atlanta, going into Michael Penix's city. Feel me? I just don't think Miami has enough to stick with Atlanta's offense. I feel like Bijan and Drake London, Mooney, like they may have a field day with this secondary, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. So going into week 9, they will be 4-4, sitting at about 500. I think that's generous. Looking at this defense, looking at this secondary, I don't know how long Tua will be available. So being 500 going into week 9, I think that's solid. The following week, they will be at home, coming off of a game on Sunday. So this is 3 days rest, going up against Lamar Action Jackson on primetime TV, Thursday Night Football. Baltimore is going to win this game, but I'm sure it might be exciting. You feel me? So they will be 4-5. I feel like the schedule makers for the NFL didn't do a good job of spacing out the competition for the Dolphins schedule, because after they have to play Baltimore, they go directly against the Buffalo Bills. Granted, they are at home. Josh Allen does own the Miami Dolphins though, so give me Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in week 10. So going into week 11, they will be 4-6. Again, baby Nostradamus, I have the crystal ball. I know this, you probably don't, but that's why I'm sharing this information with you guys. So going into week 11, they will be 4-6, and then they have to play the Washington Commanders. Young Jaden Daniels, I'm not sure about Terry McLaurin's contract at the moment, but Washington has a really good defense. They just added Von Miller. Give me the Commanders. Yeah. So going into the bye, the Miami Dolphins will have a whopping record of 4-7. Yeah. So they'll be well rested though. Coming off the bye, they have to play a home game against the New Orleans Saints. I'm gonna be honest. Whatever team that I am predicting for a video, when they have to go up against the New Orleans Saints, I think every team is licking their chops. The New Orleans Saints will probably have the worst record in the NFL. Give me the Miami Dolphins. So going into week 14, Miami and Tua Hospital will be 5-7. Week 14 at New York, Justin Fields again is the Jets quarterback. He did get injured today too, but I heard it was a minor injury. So shout out to Justin there. But I think they win this game again. I think they sweep the season series against the New York Jets, and they will be 6-7 heading into week 15. Oh, and then this is a big game. Mind you, they are 6-7, probably fighting for a wild card spot because they're not winning the AFC East. I truly doubt that. Going at Pittsburgh, this is the team that they traded their star player for, or two. I just don't think they win this game. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they win this game. They have to go into Pittsburgh. It'll be December by then. You know, the weather plays a big factor. Tua plays terrible in bad weather. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. So they will be 6-8 going into week 16. And then they have to play Joe Burrow. They will be 6-8 at this time. I just don't see them beating Joe Burrow in December. I highly doubt it. Even though they are at home, this will be a Sunday night game too. Interesting. They will lose this game though. So they will be 6-9. And then week 17, they have to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield comes into town. It's December football. Like I said, Tampa Bay will probably be fighting for a playoff spot. Give me Tampa Bay, man. Give me Tampa Bay, man. So they will be 6-10 at the moment. Again, bro, I'm just being honest. I'm calling it how I see it. this is a tough schedule too. I don't think the script makers of the NFL gave Miami an easy schedule. It's just got to be like top 10 most difficult schedules. So going into week 18, they have to go to New England. Both teams, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I have high hopes for New England, but I do not think they're a playoff team this year. We shall see. So yeah, I think they win their final game. This is a charity game at this point, going into New England. They will end the 2025-2026 season with a whopping record of 7-10. Yes, 7-10. And I feel like that's not bad. Looking at the roster at the moment, there's so many holes to be filled. Pause. We don't know the longevity of Tua. And so it's kind of like, yeah, we shall see, bro. You get what I'm saying? So that's going to wrap up my prediction video for the Miami Dolphins. I do have another video that I'm going to be reacting to later tonight. I'll try to get this out in about an hour or two. It is 6:30 at the moment. So expect this video by tonight, obviously. I don't know the exact timetable. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think the Miami Dolphins record will be at the end of the 2025-2026 season. Again, I'm Baby Nostradamus. I do have the crystal ball. Miami is going 7-10. Yeah, so if you made it to the end, appreciate you for rocking with me. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and tell a friend, man. Fido TV out. Boom!